Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the Florida Gators offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those.
And he's running in the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The give out of the gun. And the Gators brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of that.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They'll run it out of the shotgun, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on it.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, you know, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
Still on his feet at the 45. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. It's complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Travis. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block, it's Tanner. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Florida! That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The give from the gun. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position for them.
Second down coming up.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Hold down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He's looking to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year. Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Catch in the middle, it's Hill. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He'll pull it on the read. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, what a luxury to be able to call a design run to your quarterback and basically let him be a tailback and let him run it in for you. It makes the offense and everything else around them stronger. This QB's just got some good wheels.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Coates. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together. They've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. We didn't do it that time.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Leaves it with the back. Bulls his way forward. Just knocking away defenders. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
Makes a move. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack at 2nd and 12. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 30 short, 3rd medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got a lot going. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run the option. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator! No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
And this offense is so difficult to stop, especially in this area of the field, because of this QB's running ability, whether it's between the tackles or on the perimeter on designed QB runs. They show it right there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. It is perfect. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st down. They throw the football and get 1st down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Unloads quickly. The tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with it.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score 42, Alabama 17. Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's going to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's cool. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's going to run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Right there, we can do it.
To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to move it through the air. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And it's pretty clear the defensive game plan through 30 minutes has been just try to hang on and hope for the best against these electrifying quarterbacks. Whether it's throwing or running, they've dictated how this game has gone and maybe made those defensive coordinators question their career choices. Going to be fascinating to see which defense cracks the code. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
Just about set for the second half kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay. If they've been aggressive, they'll throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw on you.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. Complete to the left.
Big plays in the passing game deep down the field that take time to develop. The big hog mollies up front got to protect their quarterback. Great job protecting him on that
play. The option look. He'll pitch it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, 1st down.
Score these guys, man.
Leaves it with the back. Dances away from one. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
One there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Turns it on in midfield. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Gator! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida, 63, Alabama.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. And you've already sent your punter out 4 times. At least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Right down the middle. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Finds a tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Now the toss. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. The offense starts with a short field. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
24. Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field scoring points.
Dang, Comer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Oh, man. Quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
Complete to the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Owens. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Aerial assault continues. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. Just ran over it. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. They go right back to him. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Gets it out quickly. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
On the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 45. And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. You can tell they had a plan, ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Oh, the quick spin move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Snags it! And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you've got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's
touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Movement here from the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. To the ground with the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tanner. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Dances away, trying to make magic with his feet. Bounced off his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Running it back, it's Tanner. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Quickly complete. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can defend.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires it down the seam. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Now from inside the red zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Forced out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Coates. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes that Alabama offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's going up top here late in the game. And he intercepts it. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Offense set on first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Getting some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd down following the sack by the D. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead. Guess who shows up with another big one?
And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Avoids pressure. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass goes incomplete, looking to make things look a little tighter on the scoreboard, but that's going to do it. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.